Okay. So have we gone live? Let's see. Make sure we're on here. Okay, we got it. Let me turn this sound down. All right. I want to make sure we've got this lined up here. Glad that I was able to get on here tonight. I know it seems like I've been slack, but health conditions at my age hits you the way it wants to. It don't have no time and space of what it wants to do, so we have to go with whatever the flow is. I was actually going to let's see, I was actually going to try to go on what I'm trying to notify everyone. I have a brand station now. I hadn't tried it to test it out, but I'm going to be doing live on, let me fix this computer just a little bit so I can see. Oh, wow, what happened? Okay. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to get over here a little bit, y'all. Let's cleanse some of these cards. Yes, it's Roots and Revelation Oracles. I tried it out because it's getting more attention than this channel. I guess people felt like I was letting them down, but when you get 65, you'll understand what I'm going through. I hope none of you do, but it's just a part of life. And I hate to make promises I'm going to be on here and then not get on here, because I don't make that intent at all for that to happen. It just happens. So I'm not making no promises when or whatever. Just look for me to come live. And if you would, everyone that's already a subscriber, if you'll go to my station on Roots and Revelations and subscribe there also, because it says it's going to be 24 hours before I can do any live on there. I may go over there after this and do a little bit of smudge around here. Let's smudge around here. Smudge the atmosphere. It says, excuse me, let's get some saging and smudging going on here. Okay. There we go. Thank you, Lord. And I want to tell everyone, my station, some have the problem with the kind of station that I have. Some have a problem with where it comes from, but all my guidance, I believe in Jesus Christ as my Savior, and I serve my God and my Savior. I don't serve any darkness. I will not allow it. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus from coming into this room. And this is only for entertainment purposes only. It's my It's my intuition of things going on. I don't know how to put it, but if you look at my page, you know what I'm all about. So to learn what I'm all about, you got to actually look at my page. And I tell y'all, I'm getting so much more. I posted 2 posts and ended up getting over 400 on one, almost 500 on one post, and short, and almost 300 on the other one. So as soon as I can go live, y'all, I've got to learn how to share it from one to the other. But as soon as I go live, soon as I can go live on Roots and Revelation Oracles, that's where you can find me, because that's where I'm going to start. But I'm not going to leave this station out. And since I couldn't go live yet on the other one, which I'm going to have to check out why. And look at my little gift I got. I thought it was awful cute. It was my pointing finger. And I thought, I only know one other person that has one of these. How did they know that their Nana wanted one of these? I hadn't used it yet. But one of the things that I want to start with, this is not a political station by no means whatsoever. This is crime. But you know what? I think there's some crimes being committed. And let me do my stone also. Hold on here. There are 2 deaths. There a death of one senator, which is the senator from my state, South Carolina, Senator Graham, Lindsey Graham. He's been in the Senate. He's been in the Senate 20-something years. And all of a sudden last night, he dies. Well, we've been sort of, I'm not a political or news person whatsoever. My mother, she loved it. Nancy Grace, she had to watch it every day. But getting to the point of Mitch McConnell, which is a senator of Kentucky. And people seen him redoing floors and all. And so people started getting curious of what's going on. So I checked up on it before I came on here, since Lindsey Graham, the clear blue sky, just died last night. And everybody wants to know where Mitch McConnell. Well, the only thing I can follow up on Mitch McConnell right now is he fell in his house, in his townhouse, was taken to the hospital on June 14th. Then it turned to pneumonia. And it also says he will not be returning back. Why, y'all, is all this happening? Why are our politicians, when Lindsey Graham died last night, he was a Republican in, I don't know if it's the House or what, the Congress. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I don't keep up with that. But it did tell me that they had 51% of Republicans in there. When he died last night, it went to 47. I think 47. Don't hold me to that. If you find out and when you watch this replay, maybe you can tell me. But we're gonna get off of that, because I don't care in getting into politics. But if I feel like I'm drawn to it, another senator falls dead. We've got Guthrie, that her daughter brought out in 2019 all this about the Epstein files, about the girls that was being used and trafficked. Okay. The girl she interviewed, they said committed suicide. They also said Epstein committed suicide. Now they're saying that parts of his body they know for a fact that was taken out, that during the autopsy where he supposedly hung himself in the jail, but during the autopsy, those parts that had been removed mysteriously came back. Y'all tell me what is going on. I'm going to have to turn this down. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Y'all have to excuse me on that too, because when Mitchie and I was on here the other night, I couldn't see a thing. She was telling me at that distance, so I'm having to use my phone for chats in case somebody does see, because I did say I was going on Roots and Revelation Oracles, which I think I'm going to really enjoy that channel, because people are really being drawn to it. I've just got, it's making me wait. I will after we go off of here. Okay, the next thing I'm going to, that is politics also, is the fact that everybody's given the FBI crap about Nancy Guthrie's case, but I'm starting to learn more. The local department of Pima County, the sheriff's department, is run by Nanos. We know him. Okay. The district attorney of Pima County, which is Laura Conover, is over it. Okay. There was some interviews done online today of backgrounds. Laura Conover does not like the FBI. Nanos does what Laura Conover tells him what to do, which he does what he wants to do anyway. All right. They do not like the FBI. She is trying, she's an attorney plus the district attorney. She brags by the third generation of women that's held that position. She's against the death penalty. She, her and Nanos is pushing the bill, no cash out bond, which means you go to jail, you get out. You don't have to come up with no money, no bondsman. You get out. They're trying to take, which, in one way I see a good thing in this, but if you let them loose out on the streets, that's not helping at all. Okay, like Derek. Derek Kalala was appointed to go to rehab because of this case. All right. The district attorney is pushing the fact, no death penalty, no bonds, no cash out bonds, no bondsman. You just walk out the door once you go to jail and sign the papers, you walk out the door. Then we get to the third part to where she's been in mental health and drug abuse. I don't know what you call it. Some kind of let's see, what's the words? God, give me the words. Advocate. Thank you, Jesus. She's an advocate. So if you go in for drugs, or commit a crime because of drugs, you get to come out. Where's the rehabilitation for all this? Why is that park down there in Pima County so full of drug addicts and no help and crime being committed every day? If you've ever watched the streaming on those stations down there and the hood that has turned into, and her conditions, I mean, at least if you're going to let them walk out, pay for them to go to rehab. But they're not going to do that either. And I also found that Laura Conover, the district attorney in Pima County, has tried to sue Trump in the past to get her criminal back. Okay, now there's our basis. There's our basis of why Nancy Guthrie's case, nothing done. Nothing done. They don't like the FBI. They don't want the FBI. It took them 4 days for the FBI. And you know, FBI, it has to really get up there before they can go in and take over a case. That's why Cash Patel said last week that the Pima County's handling it and they're just assisting with it because this Laura Conover and this Sheriff Nanos is running Pima County. So we've got Nancy Guthrie, we've got Lindsey Graham, we got Mitch McConnell. What else, y'all, is going to happen? I don't want to predict nothing, but what's going to happen? What's going on in our country right now? I mean, I don't understand it. I never will. So we're going to get on Nancy's case now because it's sad. It's sad that the FBI is being held back. And, you know, I did notice, I think it was JLR's channel, it might have been the Faithful Servant channel. That's a real good channel. At first, I didn't care for it, but I do now. They did clippings from the very beginning that they took from JLR's segments of the things he was doing to go in. Words get behind me, say. Words is trying to stop coming out of my mouth. The coverage. Thank you, Lord. The coverage that he was doing. Okay. When the FBI was allowed to go in there, if you'll go on Faithful Servant 7777, I forgot what day it was, excuse me. You'll see that on the 4th day, after 4 days of Sheriff Nanos just walked off and left it like it was just a missing person or somebody just been grabbed out of the air. And everything got trampled on. But on the 4th or 5th day, it might have been the 5th day because they held them up for. They were FBI's coming out with trash bags. That could have been sheets. It could have been all kind of different things. And you just take the DNA that they scraped up, Laura Conover and Nanos sent off to a lab that they chose, not to the lab that should have been chose. So they have screwed this case up from the beginning. And I've looked it over. There are only 4 reasons this could have happened. 1. Hold on. Let me use my little finger here, because that way I can get to you. Okay. I have never used it. Okay. The first reason was kidnapping for ransom. Okay. And we're going to go through these with the cards after we go through this. Number 2 is someone had a issue with Savannah. They call it rackadoodle. It's called rackadoodle. They wanted retribution. For what reason? I don't know if she snubbed them or if she turned them down or if they have an attraction to her or what. And then we've got number 3. Number 3 is what they call a pervasive thought. And a persuasive thought is a stage event. And the stage event on all networks is saying A&T. And we know who A&T is. Okay, and then the fourth would be burglary gone wrong. And since the local department has tied FBI hands by local Pima counties, DA, and Sheriff Nanos, this is why we can't find Nancy, we can't find a perpetrator, a perp. It's just case gone bad. It's not gone cold, but if we don't watch it, I mean, if FBI can't get in there and take some control, or our streamers, or us online here, we don't know what to do. Y'all excuse me, gotta take my bait. Okay, where we gonna start on this, y'all? I don't know if it gave notifications, but I know that I seen that one of the ladies I like okay, we're going to take our quartz and go over our cards and clean them out. Okay, we're going to do the oracle cards tonight. We have doing drugs. That's what lies beneath hidden oracle cards. Then we have the place of oracle. And we've done saged all of them, but I'm gonna sage it up a little bit more in here since we talked. Then we have the spill the tea cards. I like them very much. And then I got a couple of little small decks in here that I thought I'd try out. And it's called the Crow Wisdom card. I still hope I'm getting this lighting right. I think I am. The Crow's Wisdom. And then if we can't get through them all, we'll eventually. Then we have a cute little deck I picked up. The Body Wisdom Oracle. Body Wisdom Oracle. Okay, let's sage this up a little bit more in here. These things, they want you to hold them straight up, but they're supposed to be made for lighting grills and stuff like that, because this sage is the hardest stuff in the world I've ever tried to use. But I also use my cones and my sticks of sage that I ordered from Amazon. And y'all, Amazon is a very good place to buy your cards. They're very, very much less expensive than some of the cards you can go online that's for sale online. And you can get them for half price of what these cards are sold online for. Sage this up here a little bit, sage all the way around. I hope to get me a good chair to sit in, but you got to take it little by little when you live on the income that I have, and I thank God for it. I have a beautiful little, it's not a townhouse. I have a third floor apartment, and I got a balcony outside that I can sit on, but hadn't been able to here lately. And I'm going to find out, because y'all, this Roots and Revelation Oracles, we're going to enjoy it. I mean, like I said, one night of 2 shorts, and I had almost 1,000 hits on that. All right. I hope you don't mind the old lady smoking, but I do smoke. All right, when do we want to go first? And also something else I wanted to bring up before we get started. Yes. Nancy was supposed to meet her church friends. You know, they put a gag order on her church friends. They're not allowed to say anything, which is called a gag order. Now, her neighbors, I really have different opinions of these neighbors. There are a couple out there that's good and nice. There was one lady that went on Brian Eaton, and she was very nice, allowed them in their house. But the church people have a gag order on them. I don't know if anybody knows this or not. They have a gag order which allows them not to speak about this case whatsoever, just like if you're a juror in a courthouse on the jury trial. But Nancy, okay, there are 3 hours difference, y'all, in the church that Savannah goes to in New York. Well, it's a 3-hour difference in time. So at 11 o'clock in New York, it would have been around 8:15. To watch this church service streaming live that Nancy and her neighbor and friends did, it would have been around 8:15 in Arizona. Okay, let me find my notes here. All right, she didn't show up at 8:15. She didn't show up at 9 o'clock. So by 9:30, supposedly, they contacted Annie and Tommaso. Okay, you've got 9:30 right there, okay? All right. The police was called at 12:03. You got 10:30, 11:30, 2 hours and 33 minutes from the time the church lady contacted Annie Tommaso, from the time that Annie and Tommaso, by reports of the police department, which could have stretched out to more time than that. Okay, family waited to 12:03 to call. All right. Annie at 12:15, which would have been 4 hours later. I'm going to have to turn off the sound on the subscriptions. That's what's coming on. 4 hours later at 12:15, Annie calls her sister. Okay. Annie made it seem like her mom could be in the hospital. So Savannah calls the hospitals, which doesn't make no sense. I mean, obviously she thought that they just found out. Savannah must have thought they just found out. All right, because she thought she possibly could be in the hospital. And the reason that she thought that, Annie gave her the impression that the 2 doors in back was propped open. No telling her there was blood on the scene or anything like that. I don't even know if Annie or dummy nanos even noticed it their own self. But here we've got, okay, we know the last person to see her supposedly was Tommaso. And the next person on the scene was Tommaso and Annie. Get that. And then waited all these hours, 4 hours, for a woman that was not even able to get to the mailbox hardly anymore. I don't know. I really don't know. We're going to have to ask the cards and see what the cards say. And Let me make sure that I get everything that I wanted to talk about before we start on the cards. Oh, another thing. I watched the coverage of this poor little fella, Nolan Wells, and it was brought to my attention how his poor mother and father are on there. Local news, worldwide news, streamers on there begging for what has happened to their son, which is normal for most people who have lost a family member. Okay, a tuber brought this to my attention. His channel's Monk. If you've never been on it, he's a very good little fella. He brought this to my attention. You know, the day right after, day or two after that, they went to the Annie, Savannah, and Tommaso hand in hand with their back turned or their head down, went to the memorial at their mother's house, correct? Did they ever turn around and face the public or the news people and plead for their mother? No, they didn't. They haven't yet. They did one short interview, two short interviews that didn't show any emotion at all. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to criticize. I'm just trying to say, in my 75 years of life, we'll say from 50 years of life of that, I've never ever seen a missing person or a unusual death situation family ever act this way in my life. We get these notes that go to media and to TMZ, but we've never got no notes. And if anybody should have all the technology for this to go to, it should be Savannah and the cleanup husband. None's never went to them. So-called. No proof of life. None of this. And they're a big thing on was they ransom, was they not? And why did they hold? And the FBI is saying that the first and second ransom they believe to be true. And they are investigating the rest of them. Even the one, a little fly came in here somehow when I went on my balcony. But it's driving my chihuahua crazy. But the other thing is, I forgot what I was going to say. That little fly came by me and made me lose my thought of train, but my train of thought. Sorry about that. What lies beneath? Let's see what we got here. What lies beneath? Okay. Cards, give us a reading. What lies beneath? What lies beneath? What can we do to help Nancy here? What lies beneath the activities of this police department and this family and these perps that seem to be getting away so far, and FBI hands is being tied? So, hold on a minute. I don't know what happened here. Hold on a minute. That wasn't supposed to come on. Hold on, y'all. That wasn't supposed to come on whatsoever. Let's go here. I'm gonna have to fix this phone also. What lies beneath it? What's the hidden future of Nancy being ever found, or the truth ever being found out? Let's see. Come on. Throw us out a card. Come on. Throw us out a card. Come on. insecure, insecure. And you know, I checked on it. I felt like Nancy was being insecure in her home already. Something was causing her to feel insecure in her home. She had it up for sale in 2024, and I don't know what stopped that sale. So I feel Nancy's future is insecure, and she was insecure before this happened to her. I might have to set this up differently because you can't see the cards. But like I said, I don't come on enough here lately to have it set up. Insecure. Let's put our insecure card right here. Insecure. Insecure. Whoa, we got a bunch come out here. Let's take these three right here and let's put these back. Keeping a promise. Keeping a promise. Private relationships. Keeping a promise, private relationship. Expecting a new beginning. Keeping a promise, insecure, keeping a promise, private relationship, and expecting a new beginning. So who could have that? Could it be A? I mean, everybody seems to think it's T, but is someone keeping a promise to A after this occurred? Has she got a private relationship with someone? You know, she was hanging out with her jewelry business in that ghetto and also on drugs or on self. And is she expecting a new beginning? Is that her future? Or she thought it was? And the way it's happening, fake friends. She might have only been used. Miss Annie might have been just used for what this person could get that's fake. Envy. Gosh, it seems like it's all around her. Envy. She envied possibly everybody. I mean, she had no stigma. She had no self-esteem. She was either down. No, I'm not going to say it that way. I'm going to say it just like I said. She was a very envious person. She lived her life on envy instead of peace. Look here, y'all. Putting on a show. She's putting on a show right now for somebody, and it has to be somebody. It's not the public, somewhat the public, trying to say, you know, she's hiding from all the publicity and all the people and all that. But she's putting on a show. She's got, right here, we already got, she's insecure. Someone's keeping a promise to her, a private relationship, expecting a new beginning, a fake friend under the promise, keeping of a promise, private relationship, she's envying, putting on a show, expecting the new beginning. Outdated, discarded, outdated, irrelevant, old news, outdated. What's that, y'all? Outdated, discarded. That's the word it wants us to use. On the outdated, she's been discarded. Oh, wow. Let's use our little thing here. Look here. Right there's your man. Right there's your man. Right there's your woman. And what's it say? Bugaboo. Bugaboo. Seems like she either got a bugaboo on somebody or a bugaboo's put on her. Bad choices. Oh, wow. Look here, y'all. Bad choices. Look at the smoke that woman's blowing out. Drugs. Y'all, I think she possibly met her somebody on drugs in that hood. Let's see. Give us clarification. Did Annie hook up with somebody in that hood? Oh, wow, look. The smoke doing drugs. The smoke doing drugs. Hold on, let me get my phone right. The smoke doing drugs. Sex shop, y'all. Sex shop. She's weird. She is absolutely weird, and don't think drugs won't make you way out there. Sex shop. Drugs, sex, private relationship. They're an investigation on her. They're doing an investigation on her. It's not Pima County either. We know who's trying to dig. You let them find enough. They'll over. I mean, you know, this Laura's already went towards Trump, tried to sue Trump. That's got some balls on it right there, honey. Okay. We have keeping promises, private relationship, expecting a new beginning, outdated, discarded, bugaboo. I got a bug on her. Bad choices, smoking, doing the drugs, the sex shop, and the investigation. Come on, guys, let's clarify this. Let's clarify this future that Miss Annie thinks that she's got. Maybe we've been directing this wrong. Let's clarify this relationship and drug addiction that Annie's got here. This sex shop. We gotta check it out and see if there's a sex shop down in that area, guys. All right. Oh wow, look here. Emotional intelligence. Look, caregiver, the lady, the elderly lady, and the younger woman. Emotional intelligence. That can mean either way, and we know it ain't a good way. So, emotional intelligence kind of sounds like to me she took on the intelligence of, how can I say this without being dropped? She had intelligence on a scheme. That's under the doing drugs. Sex shop up right here. Tantric sex. Now, I've got to look that word up. I've never heard that in my life. I'm 75 years old. But that's tantric sex. So any of you guys who watch this replay, go on there and check that out and let me know about it. And that's right up under the sex shop, the bugaboo, and the private relationship, and the envy. Let's see what we got coming in. What we got under the investigation. Betrayal. Betrayal. Deceit. Backstabbing. Traitor. Unworthy of trust. I'm telling y'all. And this is all Annie. We're going to go one more time on her. She backstabbed her mama. And possibly T, the Mr. Tomato Man. Drugs, sex. They don't look like he can keep up with it myself. Could the partner have been Derek? Maybe that's why he was calling or texting Annie. He wanted his part of that Bitcoin. She might get food, though. That might be where the betrayal is tonight here on these cards, because he's got a sealed case that we can't find out about, but the courts already know. Police. There you go. Police. They're covering her up. The police is covering it up. They're not allowing this to... Whoa, let's get a hold of these cards. They're slippery to you. I did some powdering, but I didn't on these, so because it's so hard, y'all. Y'all don't know what that takes forever to do. I'd rather wear them down because it wore me down trying to do it. Come on. Give us 2 more cards. Give us 2 more cards. Come on, Spirit. Fulfilling a fantasy. That's all that relationship, that sex shop, the doing her mother the way she done her for this private relationship. Fulfilling a fantasy. All it was a fantasy. This fella wasn't nothing but a fantasy. He was giving her a fantasy. One more card. One more card. Come on, give us one more card. Come on, give us one more card. Let's have one more card. There it is. There it is, y'all. Falling apart, falling to pieces. So all this and losing a mother to gain a drug addict, sex addict, partnership, private relationship, is falling to pieces. It's not going where she thought it would. Okay, we got Annie right there. And this is all, y'all, for entertainment purposes only. It's only my interpretation. It's not for y'all to take for facts. It's all whatever you want to call it. It's not to be used as facts of any kind of investigation. Okay, what do we want to ask next? What was our next question, y'all? We got Anna down there. Why the gap in the timeline? Which one do we want to use? Let's see. Let's do the spill the teas, and I'm going to see if I can get some more sense here. This is such a... We don't want no negative in there. We want all positive answers. And that was a good one there. That was a good one there. Spill the beans. Spill the beans. Spill the beans. Why this timeline gap on contacting the police and Savannah? Why do we have a timeline gap between contacting the police, or so-called, whatever, this corrupt police, and so let me get this card that goes back with this one. All right, hold on now. Why? Give us clarification. Why the time lapse in between the church and the officers being called to the scene at Nancy's house? Why the timeline gap? Give us the answer. Come on, give us the answer. Timeline gap. Shared experience. Deepen the bond between others. Let's put this over here. Protect your heart. Protection. Guard your emotions to avoid hurt, which going to jail would really cause a hurt and a pain on you, wouldn't it? Okay, cards. Holy Spirit, guide us, dear Lord. Guide us to the truth. Guide us. Why the time lapse? Why the time gap? Give us card. Clarify. Give us a card. Why the time lapse? Release expectations. Let go of the expectations and now allow things to unfold. So the expectations that we were hoping for, we got to allow this to unfold. Oh, a facade of concern. Annie was acting like she was concerned. It was the facade of concern, this 4-hour difference. By the time they got there, she had it together, a facade of concern, which someone concerned may be sincere, hiding ulterior motives. She's hiding the real motives of this. Y'all. Confession. Someone is about to confess their true feelings. Someone's about to confess their true feelings. Wonder who it's going to be. You can get way out there after you've been abandoned by your little lover. Unfiltered truth. Someone will speak their unfiltered truth. Maybe somebody's getting ready, y'all. Maybe Savannah. Maybe her brother. This is the two people that can help break this case. And believe me, if it was my mother, I'd be trampling those grounds and I'd be pulling people's hair out to find out the truth. Come on, why? Okay, we got somebody that's hiding the truth, and we got somebody that's getting ready to bring out the truth of why this timeline was like it was. Why the timeline was like it was. Come on. Okay.
You've got mail.
Don't do that. I've got to stop that. Okay, we got unmask the motives. Some people's true motives. Unmask the motives. Some people's true motives are beginning to surface. Attachment issues. Issues of attachment, either excessive or fearful, may arise. So, could the brother and sister's attachment to their mother, if it's that way, are fearful? Attachment issues. We've got a girl on a guy's shoulder, attachment issues, and they're either excessive or fearful that may arise. That could be Annie and Tommaso, or whatever, tomato. They may be fearful that the truth is getting ready to come out, y'all. Control issues. Control issues. Control issues are present in this relationship. Who you think the relationship is? It's A&T. And they controlled that whole morning. The whole morning they controlled the 4-hour gap, waiting, even telling Savannah, well, they don't know because maybe the ambulance took her out the back door. The doors was propped open. Okay, come on. Give us, come on. Give us a jumper. Give us a flipper. Give us one. Uh-oh. A shocking, something's getting ready to happen, y'all. I'm going to have to do that light again. A shocking discovery. A shocking discovery is on the way. Is on the way. They're getting ready to be discovered. Is it the lover and Annie? Or is it Tomato and Annie? Spill the beans, y'all. Someone is about to reveal everything. No hold bars. No holding barred. They're going to spill it all. Lover. The partnership we talked about. Give me 2 more cards. Come on, give me 2 more cards about this. We already see the beans is going to be spilled. It's going to be exposed. So why it took them 44 hours to report their mother or even call their sister. Overthinking. Thoughts and emotions are tangled up, leading, overthinking. And look at him holding his head. I guess they are overthinking it, don't y'all? One more. Oops, we got one more. Push and pull. 2-sided face. Push and pull. The push and pull in this relationship causes emotional instability. Do y'all feel like Derek and her had something going on? I mean, think about it. And it took them 4 hours to even call the law and to call her sister and then make this facade that the doors could have been opened for the ambulance to take her to the hospital. Well, the push and pull relationship causes the emotional instability, and that's what's gonna cause us spill the beans. So we got what the 4 hours is. She manipulated it, and a partner in the background helped her manipulate. So let's see what the next one's going to be. Hold on. We're going to go with was the kidnapping for ransom. Let's see. Let's go with this true crime over here. Anesthesia. Negative be gone. Okay, what was our question? Was Nancy's kidnapping for ransom? Unfinished business. It's not over. Back and forth baggage. It's not over. Back and forth baggage. Was it kidnapping for ransom? Law. Lawyer, judge, and police. I think we done spoke about that earlier. Not going to get nowhere with them. Was the kidnapping for ransom? Was her abduction for ransom? Was the abductor trying to get money for this? Hidden truth. Hidden truth. Hidden things, secrets, treasures of the iceberg. Cold as ice, as that song is, cold as ice. Whoever did this was cold as ice. And they have hidden things and secrets. Since the ransom didn't go right, and the partnership, the lover that's hid, is walking away from the situation, but that still don't mean you ain't gonna get involved, because there's nothing worse than a scorned woman if she gets caught. Roll the dice. Roll the dice. Take a chance and risk. They took a chance on this one. Okay, was it for ransom? A mystery, an unknown puzzle, illusion, and confusion. And believe me, this has been one of them, hasn't it? Okay. The crown. Who wears the crown, y'all? the owner, the master, the top level. That's the one who created the scheme. Silence. Keep silent. Hint. Hint to keep silent. See what we got here. Oh, now we got another couple here. An affair. There's a mistress and a third party. How kinky are these people, y'all? I'm going to pull 2 more cards here and we're going to see. Remember, this is for ransom. Pause, a new journey. Oh, wow. Encounter, met by chance. Love at first sight, crush. That's what she thinks, isn't it? Didn't turn out. Didn't turn out that way, and it's not going to turn out that way because they've got so deep. Unless this DA and Nanos gets past. That's our true crime right there. Okay, we're going to go with, was this a rockadoodle? Someone that had an issue with Savannah and wanted retribution for something she had done to him, or maybe they were just infatuated with her. Okay, which card should we go with on this one? Okay, we done sage these. These are our crow wisdom. Whoa, that came out quick. And this is real tiny. The Moten. Let's see. Hush, Pinky. You must shed an O identity and comfortable. You must shed an O and comfortable skin to be the strength. Let me see if I can turn my light on and still keep y'all on here. Hold on. Because these are very small cards. Okay. The Molden. To grow, you must shed an O identity, comfortable skin, and it is a sign of strength, not loss. Okay, let's see what the next card says. The unblinking gaze. The unblinking gaze, which means you are seen completely. Your light, your shadow, your potential, there's no hiding from me. Whoa, y'all. Was this a cockadoodle? Was this somebody that had a revenge on her? Maybe he was infatuated her. Crooked flight. The direct path is not always the true one. A purposeful detour holds the key. Okay, let's see what we got going here. To do this light for y'all makes it hard for me to see these small ones. Okay, remember, we're doing the rackadoodle. Was this Was this someone that was trying to get retribution on Savannah for maybe infatuation, maybe something she caused to make them feel let out, or weathering the gale? You are more resistant than the storm. Your stability comes from within, not from calm skies. Y'all look at the gold in the chains. Look at the gold in the chains on this crow. Was he infatuated with her wealth? And somehow she looked down on him? Flight of memory. The past returns to haunt you, but to offer a missing piece of information to recollect. You know, she had an ex-husband. She had an ex-husband, y'all. I'm not saying it's him, but they're coming back to recollect, it sounds like, for something they feel like they're owed. Okay, come on. Reflection. See yourself not as you wish to be, but as the world in its honesty perceives you. See? You know how the world is perceiving them. So this rockadoodle that's trying to get retribution off of her. All right. Let's do a couple of more. Oops. There we are. We got the cleansing rain, a wash of sight clears away confusion, what remains in the sensual undoed fact. I might have to get me a little flashlight for this, y'all. Two user. You already possess the instrument for the task. See an ordinary object or skill in a new light. When I got these, I didn't realize they was quite so small. But they didn't cost me much. But they're good cards. The silent agreement. An unspoken understanding forms in the formation, ensure it's built on truth and not assumption. Ooh, has she made in the past? Has she made in the past an understanding and it wasn't built on truth? It was built on assumption? Okay, we're going to do two more. Let's see what they give us. Give us two more. The final puzzle piece. A desperate element suddenly fits, completing a picture you struggled to see. Clarity drawn. That's all we need right there. So we've got A. Could possibly done it to get some money for her and her private lover. We've got the cockadoodle, which just said, let me read it again. The final puzzle piece. Desperate element suddenly fits, completing a picture you struggled to see. Clarity dawns. Okay, we got the cockadoodle and we got the kidnapper for ransom. Okay. Burglary gone wrong. Let's go with these over here. Burglary gone wrong. We're going to do the true crime oracle on this one. Burglary gone wrong. There are a lot of cards in this. Is it a burglary gone wrong? Ooh. Greed. Greed. Fake death. Missing. I might have to put that lot closer down next time. Outer space. Outer space, y'all. Greed, fake death. Outer space could be mean out of their head. Out of their head or out of the safe space that she lived in. Suicide. That came out the other night too. Suicide. Like I said, it's either over the lover or it's over facing time in jail. We're not going to stay on here any longer after this, y'all, because I've got to fix this light where I can see better. It's 75, can't see all that good anyway, but I've got to, after we get off of here, I'm going to, I seen the card that if it's meant to be in here, it's going to come out again, y'all. There it is. Let's see. There are 2 of them. There are 3 of them. 4. So I said this is going to end it, okay? Life insurance. This is going back to, you know who. It was a burglary. It was a burglary gone wrong for sure. Grandparents. Wonder if that little boy wonders, is he going to lose his other grandparent? His grandfather's gone. He never even got to meet him, but I'm sure Nancy shared a lot about him, and now is his other grandparent gone? Yes. Perversion. Look hiding. Look with that mask on and hiding perversion. Travel. I'm gonna do a couple of more. I don't seem like it should end there. Travel. Whoops. I knew it shouldn't. Couple, travel. Lies. Couple, travel, and the liars. And I feel like they thought that she would live through this. I think she was alive when she left that house and possibly couldn't have been and by the surprise. But I think they thought they were going to get the money. And if it wasn't that, and set their mama on the side of the road, and if it wasn't that, they now are searching for the insurance. Regret. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? A male. Couple of more. Give us some guidance here. Death, just like I said. I don't think the plans to begin with was for her to die, and it was for money. But I think it was the money she had, not no insurance. One more card, and then we're gonna stop it. One more card. Give us clarity. Death. Social media. There you go. If it wasn't for social media, this case would have been locked down and not talked about at all, because the family ain't getting up there. They're not doing just like Nolan Wells' family is doing and all other families that's went through this. And I think this is awful suspicious. Awful suspicious by all of them. The son-in-laws, the sisters, the whole crowd. One more card. Am I correct on that? Give me clarity. Am I correct on that? I mean, Nolan Wells' parents is out there. They've done got NAACP's best lawyer they got. Homicide again. Homicide. They killed her. But it might not have been intentional homicide, but to do a burglary and somebody dies in that burglary, that's homicide. Well, we're going to stop right there. It's about to wear me out not being able to see, and I know y'all too. And I hope that it says 24 hours, 20-something hours. I hope I can get on my new channel. I'm trying to learn how to share it. But let's see the cards here. We don't want to get them messed up. And let's pull our one card out that we had saved over here. Shared experience. This was a shared experience. There wasn't one person. It was a shared experience between others. Okay. It seemed to do pretty good tonight. It's been a while. And I want to get on my Roots and Revelation Oracles because it's doing so good compared to this station channel here. And, I'm not giving up on here. I'll stay connected on here. But I want to get on the other one. And if y'all like it, subscribe to it and share this one to that if it's possible for you to do it. Join up on subscribe up on Roots and Revelations Oracles, and it's Midnight Intuition also. And I love y'all. I appreciate you when you watch this replay. I know people don't never see on here. If I was on the other one, there's no telling how many chats I would have on there. And I'm not being mean, but maybe people thought I let them down because of so much sickness that they just even quit coming to this channel. But I'm going to keep it. But everybody spread the word. Roots and Revelation Oracles on YouTube, Midnight Intuition, and see you later. Stay blessed. God be with you. Jesus protect you and your family and protect me and mine. And I'll see you the next time. Oh, I'm so used to a mouse. Okay. Let's see. I hit the right button. Okay. I almost added it there. Good night, everybody. I got to get this closer to see. Let's see, not yet. Let's see if this will let me share it. Oh crap, hold on. Hold on, guys. All right. See y'all later, alligators.